Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. Podcast so bad we really should just take it home. I am one of your hosts, Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at Doc Simmons17. I am joined today by my usual duo of dubious gentlemen. I'll give the hot tag to my partner. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. It's the outlaw Zach Hendricks. Find me on all social media brands at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look up your mama's favorites, them out of town shooters. We're going to be out there on the Instagram and Facebook at Country Air Official, and go on Twitter for Country Air Brand. And I'll pass it out to the senior official.
What's up, guys? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # for the ref brand, and Waffles Take It Home podcast.
Waffles. I have still been on the cereal kick mostly, by choice. It's been delicious. How was breakfast for you, Perch?
Donuts, Krispy Kremes, pretty good. Stopped at Krispy Kreme, had a coffee and donuts.
Was that hot donut light on?
Yeah, it was. Hot
Oh
donut
yeah,
baby, delicious, very good, great time.
way to do it. That's the way to do it. What about you, Zach? What was breakfast like?
Sorry, I got something in my mouth. My bad.
No problem.
Breakfast.
How was that?
Oh, they were pretzels and they were good.
All right.
But for breakfast, I don't know if I had breakfast this week. I don't know. Not really a breakfast guy, but we did buy those cinnamon waffles, the ones that you could break apart into 4 different pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got those, and those are my go-to. I eat them frozen all the time. I don't know if I've ever tried them toasted or like warmed up.
I generally have my toaster set at like 3 minutes for just a slight toast.
Yeah, I mean, like I feel like one day I gotta try it, but I mean, I've been doing frozen since I was a kid. I just never switched it up yet. Maybe one day I'll adventure and slap that bad boy in a toaster and see how banging it tastes.
Oh, how banging it tastes. I don't know, Perch. Can you tell me how a banger of the week sounds?
Ooh, this week's banger of the week. This has been a banger for many, many, many years, and it holds up because only the bangers survive.
Ooh.
Whitney Houston, How Will I Know?
Hell yeah.
That song, any time of day, time of night. I mean, it comes on. That's like, you got to blast it. You got to crank it. My goodness, is that a
Gotta
good
sing
tune?
it at the top of your lungs.
Sing it at the top of your lungs. Whitney Houston has got a heck of a resume and great voice. No mistaking why she is phenomenal and was phenomenal. But yeah, How Will I Know? Such good emotion and great singing.
Hell yeah. How will I know? Can't go wrong with that. I am lucky that is one of the songs in rotation at my job. It's very much appreciated. Now we're on Christmas music, so that sucks, but that is a good one when it is in rotation. That is definitely one I'm got a little bit more pep in my step in that warehouse.
Yeah, it's a good '80s banger, and still holds up till today.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, guys, what have we been watching? Zach, let's start with you.
I've been watching a lot of our old tag matches, like and our old promos too. I was watching a lot of our old promos over the last few years. I know we've been a little bit lacking on the promo game lately, but 2023 is right around the corner. Your mama's favorite's got some plans, and those plans involve great promos like the one we did for Bruce City, reading that book.
Yep.
I don't know.
I actually rewatched that one today.
I watched that one today. I watched a lot of our Zawa ones as of late. I watched our match with the Caribbeans. I mean, trying to add on. I've been watching a lot of our Caribbean matches. This Road to Rise ain't no joke. And trying to prep and trying to come out with the blueprints. Just trying to figure out how. I mean, Memo is detained now. I'm like,
Yeah, shout out to Frank.
watch, Frank's gonna be handcuffed to him. Shout out to Frank for that. I feel bad for him because you have to be stuck with Memo the whole time.
Yeah. With those big steps, he'll probably step on your feet.
That'd be great. Can we just have Memo handcuffed to Frank the whole day? Like during he's just like they're doing the ceremony and Memo just right
Yep,
there.
just there. Just to
I'm for
remind
that.
them.
I want Memo to be handcuffed to Frank the entire day.
That'll be a good one. I'm sure
Yeah.
Frank will be down for that.
Yeah, who wouldn't want to be stuck with Memo for an entire like 8 hours?
All right. Perch, what have you been watching?
Yeah, AEW last week, pretty damn good. Jericho losing that match,
Yeah.
ready, was so good. Jericho's promo earlier in the night to set it up was awesome.
It was definitely built well as a match structure. It's one of those things where it's like he starts hitting bigger moves little by little, and you're like, oh, he's not going to get squashed. Oh, he's
Yeah,
getting stuff in. Is he going to
and the
win?
Oh,
yeah,
he won.
the couple of
Yeah.
one was in Jericho's promo when he's yelling about everything that happened last week and lost the title and he throws in there, now I'm just gonna face some jobber and and get back on track, and that really set the hook for the crowd to want to pull for that guy because Jericho shat on him solely because Jericho threw shade on him, made that crowd have reason. And when that backstabber was hit, boom, and he kicked out, it was like, wow,
Yeah.
this crowd is going nuts. You could feel it brewing. That was the moment where it's like, this dude's not going down easily.
Yeah.
We're going to commercial here. All right.
Yeah. You get a commercial break in your match, bro. You get a commercial break.
That had me going the whole time. I enjoyed that thoroughly. And then the rest of the match was great too, and the finish was wonderful. But yeah, the way that crowd got behind him from that earlier Jericho promo, I loved it. Watching Moxley take on Darius was pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
Hell of a match. He really brought the fight to him. Really brought the aggression.
Definitely a different match out of Darius than I think we've seen, which I thought was peeling back the curtain, thought was a very interesting choice.
Yeah, and for those guys moving forward, you're gonna pay from, it's gonna pay the experience that you got with Moxley here going forward. So absolutely love to see it, and Dante getting involved a little bit there too.
Yep. See if we're gonna get a Moxley Dante 2, possibly 3. I don't remember how many times they've gone at each other. I know the first one was good.
Yeah, great matches. Mox eliminated the high flying abilities. Great match.
He was very targeted on that leg, on that injured leg.
Mm-hmm.
Or surgically repaired leg.
Yeah.
As they were nice to point out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I too saw the AEWs last week. That match between Ricky Starks and MJF for MJF's first title defense. Very, very solid. Very solid. I think it's very interesting to see how MJF handles his opponents. He's got, it looks like, Bryan Danielson up next. I think that defense, we talked about Darius having a very different match today than he's had mostly throughout his career and his time in AEW. I think last week was a very different heavyweight title match that we've seen than throughout the history of AEW. I think that was very much a very old school match. Was just very interesting to see. Um, very good selling. Not a bunch of these super indie high flyers that take forever to set up their dives, like Jack Vaughn posted earlier. It was just very old school, hard hitting, simple storytelling. Very fun. But just very different from you could say that kind of super indie style that has kind of been the bread and butter of AEW's big title matches to date. Tonight, having Rick Ross back with Swerve, super excited. I never thought that Ross would be one of the things I am happy to see in wrestling of all the rappers and celebrities that come through. Ross was not on my list of guys that seeing him on my wrestling show would get me super excited, but he has taken to it to be entertaining, at least, and that's really all that matters. As long as wrestling is entertaining and keeps your eyes on the product, that's pretty good wrestling. Been watching more Raw lately. Seeing the Bloodline kind of take over Monday Night Raw this past week was fun, and just having them beat down everybody. Good to see AJ and the OC doing their thing, and AJ pushing, and Solo being just an awesome badass that he is. It's good stuff going on with the Bloodline. I think everybody agrees. But yeah, I mean, we're coming into what are we, like 2 weeks away from Wrestle Kingdom, so I'll be doing a catch up on that, on some of that stuff coming up. But wrestling's been good.
The hype videos for Wrestle Kingdom are super freaking cool. Also, you said you're watching AEW right now.
Yeah,
Who's that dude with Parker Baudet?
that was Swerve and
No,
Rick Ross.
I know who's Swerve and Rick Ross. I'm talking about the big white dude with the tattoos on the face.
Oh, maybe I missed that guy. I don't think I saw him.
It was like I just saw a clip on Instagram. It's like Parker Baudet and this dude setting up like Keith Lee for Swerve to do something. And I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
I might have stepped away or just not been paid, because I saw Parker, but I didn't see this other guy. So maybe I only caught when the other guy was watching. Maybe that was only when I was paying attention.
For sure. Yeah, just like I wasn't sure if you heard, like, since you're watching, if like they said his name or anything. So I was just very curious.
I was eating dinner, so I might have had my head down at those moments.
How dare you feed the greatest heavyweight of all time's body with nutrients to become the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Damn, this women's match though, it's great. It's like Jamie Hayter is that homegrown AEW talent that the crowd is totally behind.
I am a fan of Jamie Hayter, like,
yes,
especially with definitely, like, if I ever am able to get Dynamite, like her, like I think she's wrestling. What's her name again? Like
Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida, yeah, like Hikaru Shida is good too. So like that's definitely got to be a good match. But like,
yeah,
not gonna like
pretty good.
Jamie Hayter is definitely made me more of a fan of women's wrestling, not for her looks, guys. She's actually is a badass in the ring.
Yeah. I like to see good women's wrestling and not pandered shit.
Oh yeah,
and Jamie Hayter is good. So yeah, love to see it. All right. Why don't we talk about what we did this weekend? Perch, you had the long weekend. Why don't you start it off?
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Kicked it off Friday night. I had freelance wrestling on IWTV. Had the opening scramble. That was a good time. Storm Grayson ended up dropping the knee at the end for the finish. Great match. Those freelance scrambles are always a blast. Love starting out the show. The crowd was awesome. WWE was in town on Friday night. But the crowd at Logan Square Auditorium was still packed. So cool to see. A lot of those fans are just casual fans as well. So they just want to have a good time. And freelance at Logan Square Auditorium is that good time. Next match I had was a blood feud between Matt Nix and Trevor Outlaw. Deep history between those guys. They've been at it for a long time. This match was a fans bring the weapons Christmas themed match. Favorite weapon of the night was a Garfield phone that came out. I got to carry that one out personally and deliver it to the.
Was not by chance. Perch saw that and claimed it.
Yeah, I claimed it from walking out.
Like, oh, no, this is mine.
Yeah, and the end of the match was thumbtacks on the curb stop, a stocking full of thumbtacks. It was a cool finish to the match, and Trevor Outlaw gets the win in the big feud amongst those two. And then a really fun match for the main event. It was the bounty hunter Brian Keith against Speedball Mike Bailey. This match was intense. It was a good maybe 20 minutes or so. Really good professional wrestling. About 5-6 minutes into the match, Speedball throws Brian Keith to the outside, and he hits him with a drop kick. And the bottom rope just explodes. Boom! The turnbuckle came out completely, so it was stripped and pulled. So bottom rope was gone, and they proceeded to work the rest of the match that way, and it was great. Good fight, good spirits amongst the two. If that was a football game, it would have been a 36-35, playoff thriller. This match was great. Really
a lot of people
enjoyable.
calling it their match of the year.
Yeah, well deserving. By the end of the match, the whole locker room ended up coming around. And yeah, it was a good send off, a good final freelance show of the year. An absolute blast. Bounty Hunter Keith picked up the victory and retains his legacy title. Next day, headed over to Warrior Wrestling, which is on Pro Wrestling TV, along with the Women's Wrestling Army. So a couple of cool companies on that one.
Drop those sponsorship tags.
Yeah, dropping them where we can. For anyone who watches, it's cool to see our footage. We'd love to have every match I've ever done on YouTube. And I could direct people to that to watch.
Yeah, a lot easier, but nope. I need to drop that $5.99 or that $9.99.
Yeah, it's tough enough. And if you can, drop that $4.99 for Fight TV Plus.
Yeah.
That's a good one. It seems to be the hot ticket. But yeah, for Warrior Wrestling, first match I had of the night was Mance Warner against Trevor Outlaw. Very fun match. I had Mance Warner and the SGC crew against the Bang Bros a couple weeks ago in Kentuckiana area. And it was cool to see how Davey and August held up with a lot of abuse, chair shots and doors. It's cool to see Mance, man up against Trevor Outlaw, another freelance student. And Trevor held up all right. He had Frank the Clown in his corner, so that helped. Ended up being a count out, which is due in part why I don't have a voice all these days later. Mm-hmm. Lots of hollering and lots of counting. But Mance came back and delivered some chair shots to Trevor. But I had left the scene by then. Then next match I had was a tag team match. a tag called Slime Season from Louisiana. Good guys, good athletic, solid build tag team. And they took on technical difficulties from Team Ambition.
Yes, sir.
Good,
The homies.
good dudes. Suede and Moses, good guys. Really enjoy working any show with those guys, whether we're just helping out on a show or any one of us are booked on the show, let alone being able to work together on a same show. So much fun. Those guys put in a lot of hard work,
Yes,
similar
sir.
to how, we hit the road and put in the work and stay on the grind and, earn opportunities.
The small
It's,
world of wrestling, of how we've met those guys and how we are still around each other.
yeah, it really is just cool to see, and we're all in it together, and it's that longevity that really makes it. So it's special anytime we get to be in the ring. Very fun match. Before the match, the tag said, "Hey, I noticed there weren't any tag ropes out there," and I said, "Hey, don't worry. The shirt that I wear, it's got a pocket in it, in which I pulled out 2 tag ropes from the pocket. Said I just knitted these last night. We are taken care of."
Thank you, Perch. Thank you, Perch. As a mostly tag team wrestler now, I very appreciate it. It is very frustrating when there are no tag ropes.
Yeah, tell me about it. So I've taken it upon myself. I've crafted a couple of nice ones, and they've now worked out in a couple of states. So continuing to keep them and have them anytime that's needed. Ever wonder what's in that pocket? Tag ropes.
Tag ropes. Very good. Awesome. Hell yeah.
And then the main event that night, nope, the second to last match of the night. But my final match of the weekend was Eddie Kingston against Warhorse. Really good match. Warhorse is known for having a heavy metal rocking attitude and a hard head that he hits the turnbuckle with. Eddie Kingston took a jawbreaker, and you would swear that Eddie got, shotgun blasted in the chin. It was amazing, wonderful. All those reasons why we love Eddie Kingston. And it was the reason of his sellability and workability and likability, and able to relate to the crowd. Everybody knows what they're seeing with Eddie Kingston, and he gives it everything he's got. So it's like great, great matches all around. Very special. Going back to when we first saw him in St. Louis those many years ago. I'll always remember Eddie holding court and
Yep.
and sitting under the learning tree. So very cool to have his match again this time around. And he ends up hitting a nice little combo and took out Warhorse at the end. Great show, fun matches, great weekend.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Zach, how was our weekend?
Bro, our weekend was good. Friday night, I went to the Dells. Val's father had a company Christmas party. And if you ever watched The Office and seen some cringeworthy stuff, I lived it Friday night. I watched men strip other men to their underwear on a dance floor in front of their employees and all the other good stuff. But I mean, it was a good time. All you can eat buffet, all you can eat dessert, all you can drink. Started at 6, ended at 2:30. Me and Val stayed down the whole time. I want to say if we had Val's bottle count, it was probably like at least 5 to 7 bottles of wine. Yeah, fun time.
No half stepping.
What?
No half stepping.
No, bro, it was a lot of drinking. But Doc, did you do anything Friday?
No, I believe I just chilled at home with the lady. And remembered that I had to get you in the morning.
which I truly appreciate because Doc picked me up from the Dells, and we made our way down to Mattoon, Illinois.
Yes, sir.
We,
0-1. We back, baby.
USA. Yes, sir. We're the 0-1 USA Tag Team Champions. Didn't have to defend the belts because the low lives are doing what low lives do.
Yep.
They're being bullies.
Yep. Early in the night, the homie Marvin had a scheduled match against the 0-1 heavyweight champion Joey O'Reilly. Marvin used to be not cutting words, used to be a low life lackey, and is found some self-respect and tired and has shown that he is a threat in the ring. He has a swanton bomb that was given to him personally by Jeff Hardy.
Bro, if you don't believe it, ask him.
Yep. If you don't believe it, ask him. Yep, gave it to him personally. Okay. They tried to pull the NWO, we'll take you back, put on the shirt. Marvin gave out a trio of stunners and proceeded to try to get his heavyweight title back.
But you forgot to mention Joe O'Reilly had a little bit such. He ended up having Jordan as the special guest referee.
Oh yes, I did forget. Yes, also since he is the champ and he runs things apparently, or at least he thought until some time later, since he thought he ran things, he put Jordan, his low life buddy, in as the special guest referee for this match. Jordan showed his cardio game as he ran circles every time Marvin made a pin. Very impressive. Very impressive.
I'll be. I'm gonna say I don't know what the regulation is for circles around the wrestlers for pins because
for checking the shoulders.
I've never been put in that situation, but let's just say he did a couple of laps.
Yep. He certainly those shoulders were down for sure.
The shoulders were down. They had the big guy out there.
Dallas.
Yeah, big boy Dallas out there. Dallas was being the enforcer, bullying around. The homie Kyle came out to put him in check. Got met with a boot to the face by Joe O'Reilly. Eventually enough was enough. Like Doc and I, we showed up and they were just like, hey man, like, they told you like, hey man, we ain't got a title defense for you guys. Like, and we were like pretty much about to get ready to say our byes at the intermission, head out. But we saw some boots getting put to Kyle and Marvin, and we made the save.
Yep. Champions protect champions. Made the save, evolved into a brawl, and as I said earlier, Joey realized he does not run things. Bear runs things. Bear set it up. We would have a 8-man tag 4-on-4 later that night. Team of Marvin, Kyle Piper, and Yo Mama's favorite tag team, those out-of-town shooters, Country Air, versus the Low Lives and Jake Lander, because Jake Lander also has beef with Marvin.
Oh yeah, and after that, the match was good. We had they were trying to suplex us. We ended up proving that we were the stronger four and suplexed all four of them at the same time. Some crazy dives. I dived on Dallas. Doc had a face off at Joey that blew the roof off the place. Overall,
if Jordan didn't save you, Joey, I was going to drop you on your head.
Yeah, exactly.
And the crowd knew it.
It was one of those things, but unfortunately, we did not get the win because Marvin got a little overzealous.
Yep, and decided to beat up everybody with a chair, as is his right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna talk bad for a man who's been picked on for how many times and how much has he done for the Low Lives? And he finally
it's been a while, years at this point.
Years, and then and he won the world title, and Joey, instead of being proud, stole it from him.
Yep. So totally deserved. Marvin gets a little revenge and ends the night with challenging Jake and possibly Joey to a ladder match in January.
Yes, sir. And Then after that, Sunday was just R&R.
Yes, Sunday was a very much deserved rest day. I slept a lot after driving a bunch. And yeah, it was good. Very good sleep. I've been super tired because work has been super stressful, but thank God wrestling has been good lately.
Yes, sir.
That was awesome. All right, fellas. I did not send a message in the chat for what the topic of the week would be because it's not necessary, because I'm sure we can all go from the heart with this and say, what are we excited for this holiday weekend? Let's start with Zach, because he was texting me today about what he's excited for.
As long as my car doesn't fuck up.
Yeah, that's what he's not excited for, is his car fucking up.
Yeah, but as long as my car doesn't fuck up, you know, we're gonna talk later about what we got coming up this weekend, so I won't talk about that. But for the holidays, Saturday we go to Dysfunctions in Val's mom's house. Uh, we open presents there. It's kind of like Christmas Eve's kind of Christmas Day for us because Jack ends up going with Silas out to on Christmas Day to his family's house. So we open up our presents with Jack in the morning, and then we open up the presents at Val's mom's house in the afternoon. Then after that, relax, probably have I don't know, watch some Christmas movies most likely. Then hit the road after Silas picks up Jack in the morning. Head out to Indiana, where we are going to hang out at my house, see my family, open some presents. Trying to see if we can find a a legal download of Cocaine Bear.
Yes, a very, very legal, very legal.
A very legal download of Cocaine Bear. That'd be great to see. And then from there, we go to my aunt's house, enjoy the holidays, and then Friday and Monday I got off for work, so nice 4-day weekend.
Hell yeah. Perch, what are you looking forward to this holiday?
Yeah, looking forward to spending time with the family. Should be a great time coming up. And the Packers have a game on Christmas Day against the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be freezing cold here. The Packs got 4 more games left, or 3 more games left, and 2 of them are at home. And this is the one in Florida. So I'm looking forward to that game and watching it with the fam. It'll be a great time. Aaron Rodgers had a fake spike in Miami several years ago, which led to us winning the game on the final drive. And we could really use some good sports watching. So looking forward to it and having a good time with the fam.
Hell yeah. I too am excited to see family. I've been maybe lucky, maybe not so lucky. I've said it a couple times, but I made some attempts to see my friends at the end of last year a couple times, and we were still we're still in the kind of in the thick of COVID, but it was definitely we were in the thick of the first version of COVID last time, so it was very hard to see them as I took the time off and made the trip a couple times to Virginia to see them. I did get to see them finally a good amount this year, earlier in the year, which led to me not seeing family a lot this year. So this will be the first time really this year that I get to spend a good amount of time with family. So I'm really looking forward to it, spending the time with Christina's family. I know she has been wanting to see her. She's a big family girl, loves her family. So really looking forward to that. Looking forward to I love cooking. That might not have come up on this podcast before, and her grandmother has enjoyed putting me in the kitchen the past couple times that I've been there. I've definitely got some new recipes under my belt from the last time I've seen her, so be excited to flex the cooking muscles this weekend. Always fun. I love cooking. So really looking forward to that, but should be a fun one. And with that, I think that is the perfect transition to go into what else we got coming up this weekend. If we got any shows or anything, Zach, we have a potential one on Friday.
Yes, sir. Milwaukee is right now predicting heavy snow, blizzards, and we're gonna have to be on the alert. But shooters are always ready, and we're getting our fourth wall Golden Jackets title rematch, right? Like we never got an opportunity after we
Yeah, I don't
lost.
think we ever got a rematch. That might be due to
I
our
don't know
out
if
of
like
town shooterness leading to out of town, which is a very difficult or I shouldn't say difficult, very annoying part of these rematch clauses is in Wisconsin is they want you back immediately the next month, but cut your hair some Rolling Stones.
we don't read the contracts to this rematch clause. Like I don't
Like,
feel like I don't think I've ever lost a tag belt and got a rematch. I had to like I feel like I've seen like the luxurious ones lose to us plenty of times, and like they get like 4 or 5 rematches just to keep losing. Like literally just to keep losing.
which I'm fine. Let's pad the records.
That's what I mean. I'm like, I'm fine. We'll beat your ass many times. But I feel like once we lose the belt, like we go straight to the bottom, like which is
Yep.
fine because I don't mind beating every tag team to prove what I think we already know, and that's not to be cocky, but Caribbeans will find out. Rise, we are the best tag team, but we have to do that. But we gotta start learning how to read these rematch clause.
Yeah. Let's extend that time
Princess,
past that 30-day.
Princess, I need you to start learning how to lawyer up.
Yeah, you better lawyer up.
Lawyer up, lawyer like
Lawyer
that.
up.
But yeah, we are going at fourth wall wrestling, getting a match for the Golden Jackets. We are taking on the Maidens of Iron, the current Golden Jacket holders. Actually, you know what? We did have a rematch for the belt jackets. We just never had a fair rematch. You know what? My bad. My bad for the whole right on the rematch clause. We have wrestled Maidens of Iron for the jackets twice. We just keep getting
That is our first and probably only.
well, see, look, I'm proven to be a liar.
For,
But
that's the exception that proves the rule.
yeah, we had 2 matches with them before. Both times Milwaukee stretching crew interfered. They're not at the building. I don't even think they're showing up.
I don't think they're there this month. So
They ain't gonna support. They ain't gonna support Val. Totally fine. Let her be out her own. Let her defend her own title. We going out here to. It's winter. There's a blizzard.
yep.
A winter jacket,
And we need big jackets.
bro. Like the jacket for you is a cape.
Very much so. I need to get me like some type of fancy string to connect the collar so I can be flying my royalty.
Hell yeah, we're taking on Maidens of Iron, and we take on CJ Cole and Dysfunction. We wrestled Dysfunction last year at Christmas present match. Val Malone was in a box.
Val Malone was in the box. Guess who won't be in the box? Val Malone.
No, she's gonna be in her own trouble. Milwaukee stretching crew ain't here. I swear to God, if we would have wrestled Scott and Drake though, and like we would have had a big box pop out the curtain, I wouldn't open it. I'd just smash it with a chair.
We have not had luck with boxes in our matches. If we had a nickel for every time somebody has popped out of a box in our match, we would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice within a
What was,
calendar year.
what was the other one?
Ghetto
Oh
gear.
yeah, God,
Yep.
yeah, man, yeah. What is up with? I guess people are tape studying us.
Yeah.
We
We
about to
do
just like
not
smash the
fare
box.
well with
Uh,
boxes.
that's the problem though. We opened the box. I'm telling you, steel chairs to the box. Like, let's see if you pop out now.
Yeah, something.
But yeah, fourth wall's going on. If the blizzard clears up, come check out your mama's favorites in the main event, going to become not one but 2-time fourth wall jacket tag team champions.
Hell yeah. Yeah, wait. Perch. Got
A
any
nice,
shows this weekend, brother?
nice, relaxing weekend. No shows.
Oh, very well.
No shows. Getting ready for travels out to the East Coast the following weekend
Oh, yep. New
to
Year's.
take taking full advantage of this weekend to get the mind and the body right. Catch up on that balance.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. All right. And with that, I think it's about time we take it home. Perch, then any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, Buddha's final match is coming up.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned. New Year's Day.
Zach, final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, Below Zero Wrestling is having their end of the year polls. Your mama's favorites. We're on the ballot. Vote Country Air Tag Team of the Year. We might not have a good record there yet, but things are changing for 2023, and I
Well, at
guarantee.
least here, I feel like we've done enough where we can deserve it. Unlike Pro Wrestling Kings.
Hey,
We
Pro Wrestling Teams, we had one match. We technically had two matches for them. We wrestled for the tag belts.
we did wrestle for the tag belts, but in a different company.
I know, but all you need is see us once. They love us. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
That
but
sounds
this
super
is, I
cocky, but
feel, a more accurate representation of why we are Yo Mama's favorite tag team. So yes, if you want to
I
check
appreciate.
out the poll on Below Zero, vote for us.
Yeah, I mean, we want all the rewards. I mean, I'm very competitive. If there's an accolade for me to put on the resume, I want it.
Yeah,
I'm not
Zach
gonna
likes
lie.
to win.
I'm not gonna lie. Like PWK, I shared the hell out of it because I want to be the best. If you're not promoting yourself, who's promoting you?
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
And speaking of promoting ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, I have showed the first of a few previews of the Treehouse of Champions T-shirt. Now, I know I had a lot of fans tell me like they like the preview. I know a lot of people like the little sketch I did. Um, we will have shirts. We always order extra sizes, but if you want to reserve your size in the next week or two, we are placing an order for those shirts. And I just want to make sure, like people, I've had plenty of shows where I've had people ask me for a 3XL or a small or whatever the size may be, and I don't have it. And then like I don't see them for a month. Just let me know the size. Let me know show you're gonna be at, and I will make sure we have it. And Doc and I always give you the respect that we write your name on it. And if you don't show up at the two shows, then it goes in the sale for everyone else to buy it. But that's because you didn't pay for it. Unless you paid for it, of course, and you
Yeah,
sell.
you paid for it, then that's yours.
Yeah, no, we'll hold
Man.
on to it till then. But what I mean is like you don't need to pay nothing. Just let us know. I mean, I've already had like 5 people let me know their sizes. Just saying like, I just want to make sure we have enough shirts for everyone. This shirt's gonna be this shirt's gonna start our annual shirt. We're gonna do this every year. This is something like we want to do. That's kind of cool. Something like that could become a little tradition for us, just to see how we do. But yeah.
Yep.
Order them Treehouse of Champion shirts. Series 1, baby.
Yep. Series 1. Start your collection now. I'm going to say these are going to be worth $1 million in the future.
Shout out to CP Arts. I apologize because I know I was a pain in the ass on this one. And that's another reason why I bought this shirt, guys. Like, I CP Arts is so cool. He loves us, but I definitely know he hates it when I hit him up for a design because I'm very particular of what I want. And he finished it and said, "What do you think?" And I called out one last thing. I knew he was done with it because he said, "Hey, I emailed you your design. Thanks, bro." But
So yes, please buy this shirt and wear it everywhere. CP Arts really loves when he sees you guys wearing his designs out there. And he makes sure to tell us. Shout out to him. Also, shout out to Break Night, who still manages to fit us in as he's become super popular and legit.
oh yeah, he is starting our new gear this week. I texted Doc like a little kid. I'm like, it's starting.
Yep. Um, Hopefully mine will take more than a day nowadays because I've kind of changed it up. We'll see.
And for those wondering what the gear looks like, come to Rise to Honor.
Yep,
Where
come
we,
to Rise Honor.
but
You got anything else?
I mean, if people want to start paying us a nickel to pop for people to pop out boxes, I'm definitely down because we get a break night for the next set.
Yep. As far as me, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below if you want to reserve your shirt that we're coming out with, or hit me and Zach up on the social media. Be sure to be safe and have a fun holiday season. Tell promotions to book us in this upcoming year of 2023, because I feel like we had more quality shows this year, but I feel like our numbers are down. I don't know about you guys, but I just feel like the numbers are down. I'd like those numbers to be higher. But this has been what's up?
I said numbers have been a little bit down, but
Like, they're
I
not
mean,
really that much down when I think about it, but I would just
I
like them to be higher.
I just think it's like when we do those out of state drives are 12 hours, like we have to sacrifice a day to
We end up sacrificing a day, and the quality, we definitely more quality this year. Like I said, we're actually not down by that much, but I would just like more, because I'm greedy. That's the
I
thing.
get it. We our tag matches were a lot lower than I thought. Like, I know we had a bunch of singles. I know we had quite like I had a handful of singles matches too, and
Yeah,
like
and so did I. That brings that number up, but I would still like more.
yes, sir.
Like, Zach likes to win, and I like to be greedy. So give me more. This
That's the
has
only character flaw of us. We're very greedy people. Other than
yeah,
that, we're your mama's favorites. And we love
yeah,
you.
yeah. Other than that, but this has been the Take It Home podcast. Y'all be easy. One.